Okay, we drew 0-0 against Newcastle, and key points I want to say here is we need more attacking options. Like, the whole time, after like the first 10 minutes of that first half, our wingers just did not contribute, in my opinion. I thought Martinelli was stifled by Trippier. I thought Burn and Willock or Joelinton stifled Saka at times, most of the time. You know, we really need attacking options. It's now become imperative because this is at home as well. Like, imagine going away against them like that and they perform like that. Like, you need that, and also that extra pressure because you're playing away. You need that attacking plethora to get over this league, get over the line in this league. You really do, because if we've been hearing the Kronke say they're gonna back Arteta, gonna back this title push, you need to do it now. No ifs, buts, or maybes. He made, how many substitutions did we make this today? We made one substitution, and that was for Ben White for Tomiyasu. You know, like, he can't do anything. You're not gonna put on Vieira. You know, you're not gonna put him on. He's not better than Odegaard. You're not gonna put on Elneny. You know, which I thought Partey actually had a good game. I actually thought he was our best player, if I'm being honest with you. I thought he was our best player. You're not going to put... Who else did we have on the bench? Marquinhos for Saka? No, because the drop-off of quality is mad. So we can't... Out of 5 substitutions that we allowed, we could only use 1. And that wasn't really necessary, in my opinion. I mean, did he look fatigued? I don't know. I didn't think so. I really don't like taking up Benma. I think he just provides so much quality in that right-hand side defensively. Offensively, maybe it's not as great, but I just think he shows up the defense in that right-hand side for me. But out of 5 substitutions, we made 1. One substitution. It's just like, there's nothing for us to bring. I thought Martinelli had a bad game today. Ineffective, fam. I'll be honest. You know, he's kind of like when he's defensively controlled, he only has this one-dimension style about him, which is to head down, go back to byline. It's just, mate, it was really important for Arsenal to score in the first half. In that first 10 minutes, we had to get that advantage. You know, and I'm not saying Nketiah had a bad game or anything like that. You know, he had a fantastic shot that was fantastically saved. But you just need that focal point that is just potent, fam. You do, like, we just need more attacking options, bro. That is what we need. And we also need to adjust the midfield, because I'll be honest with you, I was not happy with Granit Xhaka today. I actually thought he would get a red card. I don't know about you lot, but he just... It was a period of the game where, you know, the referee, by the way, was absolutely shocking. A game of this magnitude, you need the best referee, and that is Michael Oliver. Everybody and the granddads knows that, fam. You bring in Michael Oliver. This guy was dishing out yellow cards like it was coupons, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? And we should have had a penalty. You know, he grabs onto, I think it's Dan Burn, grabs onto Gabriel's shirt in the penalty box. At one point, I couldn't even see the badge anymore. He dragged it too wide, fam. Not a penalty. And we have VAR as well. Fucking hell, man. It's unbelievable. But I want to say this, though. Granit Xhaka really disappointed me today. He really did. I thought, you know, when you play at that number 8 role that Arteta wants, it's not only to score goals, you know. He needs you to create. When Odegaard or, you know, whoever it is, Saka, is not performing, I said these are our 2 top creators. You need to provide that. And I thought today he was just so slow. You know, and I really thought he was going to get a red card. I really thought, because he has this thing sometimes where he just sort of switches off. He's like, you know what, I'm just going to go whole commando and just do whatever the fuck I want. I really thought, I was really scared that he would get a yellow card. That's why every time he tried to tug for the ball, I was just praying. I was like, God, please, please, please. Because he looked like reckless Xhaka again, I'll be honest. But in terms of his offensive play, some of his passes were so slow. Like, he would take his time to look up, to decide which feet he wants to pass with, and then pass. Like, he can't do that, man. Especially when the defence of Newcastle is so solid, fam. There's a reason why they haven't conceded much goals this season. There's a reason why they have the best defence in the league, because they have a structure defensively that is low-key impenetrable. And in order to penetrate, it needs quickness, fam. It needs to be quick. And every single time he kept deciding before he execute. It's just not gonna happen, you know. And that's why I want Tielemans so much, man. Trust me, you know, trust me when I say that a midfielder as well as an attacker is so important in this window. It's so important. Go and get teams. Don't be fucking cheap and wait until his contract runs out. Just go and get him. Go and get him. I don't even think Newcastle were brilliant today, offensively. Like, every single time they would get a foul, they sent all their men to go and to the penalty box. I'm like, what? Am I watching Eddie Howe? Am I watching Steve Bruce, bro? Am I watching Sam Allardyce? What kind of bullshit is that? It's like, they get a foul, the ball would literally just about cross the halfway line, and everyone just gone up to go and header. It's ridiculous, and they were all offside anyway, so it's just pointless. You know, I just didn't think. I mean, I think there was a point in the second half where Ramsdale, again, being overly confident. You know, I've said this before in the beginning of the season. I don't like how he's overly. You're not that guy yet to be doing that. I'll be honest with you. That's just the point. Like, you know, you can't be doing that and just try and think you're the shit. You're not the shit. You're actually not. You need to be humble and not be overconfident. And that nearly cost us, fam. It nearly cost us. You know. But that wasn't really, in my opinion, the only chance. I think they had a chance as well from a corner, but I think it would have been offside anyway. But yeah, it's just. Look, this is why we're seeing 7 points clear. Oh, now we're 8 points clear, obviously. But this is why we say, you know, however points clear is, because when these kind of results happen where we drop points, we have that insurance, we have that backup, you know. Hopefully Chelsea do us a job tomorrow, you know, even for their own, like, respect. Like, yo, in Stamford Bridge, don't lose 5-0 against City, bro. That would just be embarrassing. I hope Havertz turns to an £80 million player for once. I hope Sterling scores against his old boys. I hope Aubameyang turns back to 25 and scoring belters, fam. I hope Mason Mount remembers he's a creative midfielder. Like, just, I hope everything tomorrow for Chelsea, fam. But I know Arteta's, after the team talk he's having in the change room, he's calling Eddie, fam, because he knows, he's like, yo, just do the thing, bro. Him, João Felix, and Tielemans. All of these people are gettable. He wants to. It's true. Like, every single player that I've just named is gettable. Because, number one, for Modric, he's literally posting Arsenal games on his Insta, calling Arteta one of the top 2 managers, telling Shevchenko's wife that he can't say no to Arsenal. You know, João Felix clearly has stated he's unhappy. Atletico are willing to sell, but the money is a bit too much, so we're going to have to negotiate that. And Tielemans is never going to sign that new contract. You know, they'll be desperate to sell him to Leicester, actually, because I think they spent about 40 million on him. They'll probably want something back other than letting him go for free. So all of these people I've just mentioned are gettable. It's just, yeah. He needs to, Eddie and Arteta, whoever is in charge of them transfers, or obviously it's Eddie, but, you know, Arteta has an input as well. But they really need to act fast, because I don't want to get into the United games or Tottenham games and the City game with this kind of depth. You can't do it. That's going to take a miracle. That would be one of the greatest achievements in Premier League if Arsenal win the league with this squad. It's just, but that just can't happen, bro. It can't happen. It's not possible. You can see how much depth City have and what made them go over the line. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, Liverpool now have depth as well. But when they won the league, you know, that has some depth as well in terms of the wingers. It's just, we've got to act, man. This is what we do. We gotta really spend the money this year, man. With this month. Otherwise, just forget about title charge. Really forget about it. But yeah, let me just go for the pay ratings right now because I'm tired. I got work tomorrow. So Ramsdale didn't really have much to do there. I thought his kicking was okay, except from that part I was talking about. I'll give him a 6. Like, Newcastle didn't really threaten us like that. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, they really didn't. Just a great, solid performance from them. Saliba, I'll give a 6. Actually, no, I think that's a bit harsh. I'll give him a 7. I thought he dealt with Wilson and Wood really well, actually. Yeah, not really that much trouble. I'm gonna give him a 7. Gabriel, I'm gonna give him an 8. I thought he was actually the best defender across the whole thing. And you know how much I love Ben White, but he was, I think, the best defender on our side, 100%. I'll give him an 8. Should have had a penalty, but you know, English referees, what are you gonna do? Ben White, I'm gonna give him a 7. Didn't get troubled by the wingers. He's very smart and intelligent. Like, he knows when to save his energy. Like, when he sees that, all right, cool, he's just beat that man, now I have to run because he's gonna try and go down the bar line. He's quite smart. Like, he just like the way he plays, man. I really like it. He's such a cool guy. He's just a cool guy and calm, collected guy, fam. You hardly see him lose his head, fam. I don't think you ever see him lose his head. He's just a calm guy, man. And I thought defensively solid. I'll give him a 7. Shevchenko, I don't know. I thought he had some sloppy passes in the game. He won the position back a lot of times in the midfield there. I'll give him a 7. I was gonna give him a 6 because I thought it wasn't as effective as he should have been, or I guess wanted him to be. It kind of let the ball go a lot of times, but you know, I guess that's the risky one when you're playing in that midfield. I'm gonna say a 7. I'll give him a 7. Partey, I'll give an 8. I thought he just shows time and time again why he's the best defensive midfielder in the league. I'm so sorry, he really is. Like, he's just top class. Like, when he's in that pitch, I feel so much confidence. I really feel so much confidence. But yeah, they didn't really go through our midfield like that. No, tried to go through our wings, and when they tried to do it, he stifled them. Played really well. I'll give him an 8. Xhaka gets a 6. I thought he kind of stifled our attack, if I'm being honest. You know, he's the most advanced midfielder out of Partey and him. And when you're at that stage, you have to be clinical. You know, he had a chance. I think he just gets, like, stuck in the mud, something like that. Like, I thought his passing could have been quicker. I thought his whole van play could have been quicker. I'm going to give him a 6, man. Very crucial, that position. And especially when your top creator, who I'm going to go into now, is not really performing well, and that's Odegaard, who I'm going to give a 6 too. I mean, there was some passes in the first half where I thought was exquisite, some movements. But the second half, you know, just drowned him out. Even that in the beginning, like, let's say Taylor in at the first half as well, just drowned him out. When Odegaard doesn't play well, Arsenal don't play well. And that is just as simple as that. That attacking wise. When Odegaard doesn't play well, Arsenal don't play well. And I'm going to give him a 6. Saka, I'm going to give him a 7. I thought out of both of the wingers, he was definitely the most effective. Kind of spun Bayern a couple times, but I thought Eddie Howe really stifled him actually really well. With Burn and but it just goes to show, like, any person that says that Saka ain't the shit, just literally look back at this game. At one point, there were about 4 men on him, bro. 4-man, because they know how threatening he is, fam. But even still, like, sometimes it will be doubled up and you still get free past some of them, but sometimes his final ball wasn't great. But I still thought he was the most effective. He was very definitely effective, more than Martinelli. So I'll give him a 7. Who I'll go into now, Martinelli. No. I think that might be his worst performance this season, if I'm being honest with you. I think that might be his worst performance. I think Chopper did well, but, you know, he needs to take on players a bit more. You know, actually, like, use your dribbling skills. You're from Brazil, big man. Like, use them Brazilian dribble skills, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Get around past, man, fam. I'm gonna give him 5. Is that being harsh? Maybe, but I'm gonna stick with that 5. I'm sorry. And then lastly, Nketiah, I give him a 6. His hold-up play was okay. I thought he needs to link more. He did try to do that in the second half, but he was, if I'm being honest, overall he was quiet, but I thought he was more effective than Martinelli, so that's why I give him a 6. But yeah, he else came on. He else came on. It was also Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu came on. I thought he did alright, actually. I'll give him a 6. And should I rate Arteta? Can't really rate a manager, can you? I mean, the game plan was there, but the defense was just too good, you know. And also, I think your team is not really gelling like that or being quicker in reactions. You know, it's hard to really say that that's the manager's fault. You know, they're their own people, they're their own selves. You know, they need to know that. Arteta can say look, can you please pass quicker? But if they're not doing it, you know, he doesn't have to bench to bring on somebody else. You know, he's not going to bring on any. He says passes, sideways. I mean, passes sideways. Like, you can't do that. So, and Vieira, that was not a game for Vieira. So, yeah, I can't really rate him. I'm just going to leave him like that. I'm just going to leave him alone. But, yeah, guys, that's my video. Please like, subscribe, all of that. Am I dejected? Am I going to feel it's more? Probably more. Especially if Man City win. But yeah, I think our next game now is against Oxford in the FA Cup. I don't really care about the FA Cup. I really don't. I don't care about the FA Cup. At this moment in time, I care about it because obviously we won it so many times. But I mean, when you're thinking about how much we need to focus on the league, obviously I'd want us to win it, of course. But I won't be like mad dejected if we get out because we need to focus on the league, man. I don't want anyone to get injured. But yeah, now for that it'll be Tottenham, Shite Tart Lane. It'll be a good game. I will do a watch along for that 100%. I will do a watch along for that. I will. But anyways, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care and peace.